Что это такое? Что это? Да ладно.
Коннор, ты что, с коня сбросился, что ли?
I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur and it spoke back.
Ты знаешь?
Макгрегор.
Макгрегор, кентаврик, бля.
Всем салам алейкум, братва, всем здорово, приветствую вас на канале RaymingPlay. Проходим дальше наш Хогвартс-наследие. Остановились мы на том, что поговорили с Поппи о драконах, да, о бараконьерах. Вот, дальше по сюжетной линии у нас есть задание. Называется она «Говорит директриса». Вот, такое вот интересное задание. Но я предлагаю перед тем, как начать основное, да, я предлагаю сделать как бы второстепенные задания, которые нам тоже много чему могут помочь. Продолжим задание с Поппи. Так. Не понял. О, понял. Голос у меня может быть немножко уставший. Это все потому, что я пришел с тренировки и вот немножко подустал. Слегка совсем. Кстати, кто помнит это место? Здесь, по-моему, лежал, да, Гарри Поттер со своим дядей. И вот оттуда их дементоры, короче, жрали. Вот. Да-да-да, мы знаем. Все мы знаем, проводник. Бонжур.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Ну, начинают дьявола изгонять. Вокруг них бегать.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Кто мы-то, блять, а? Нас двое-то всего. Кто трое? Придурок.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please help us find the snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Да, окей.
Protego!
Так, дальше. Дальше у нас она идет.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Она все равно, короче, к Хосмиту пришла. Газелька.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Конечно.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Прикол. Значит, на этом я не могу летать.
Go!
А, ну конечно, на этом тоже хер в сраку. Сука. Прыгай! Ой, боже мой. Почему? Не может зацепиться. Три метлы. Да.
Glad you came.
Привет, привет.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Ой, боже мой.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up until I came home one night and found my husband gone and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
И да.
I hope it's not too late.
Now,
Я
to find
самый
Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
рисковый парень на этом западе. Самая быстрая рука
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags.
по доставанию своей палочки.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous.
Да, меня
As for
насрать.
Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Короче, понятно. Чтобы его потом поймать, сразу можно было закрыть в Азкабане. Нужны побольше свидетелей.
Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Хорошо.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Ну, блин. Напрасно тот.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Вот как, оказывается, этот сундук надо... А, нифига. Не работает это так. Он меня все равно видит, блин, так. Да уж. Ладно. Не прокатило. Эй, бля! Ой. Я думал, мы в воду сейчас упадем. А я ему чуть колени, получается, не поломал. Ну что, перепрыгнем? Давай, давай, чуть-чуть. Блин, 20... О, хорошо, зацеп был все-таки. Супер.
Revelio.
Думал, я не спалю.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Да, офигеть, вот это ты молодец. Ну, у тебя или пробежка сегодня, или как? Нельзя было сразу туда попасть. Оп, новый шарфик с улучшенным. А ну, давай, 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 давай. Так. Это вот этот, да? Ой, а он даже посимпатичнее выглядит. Супер. Вообще отлично. Мне так плащи здесь нравятся. То есть такие шмотки, ну, блин, такое. Как бы не особо. Что, с таким побегать, зеленым? С ним еще не бегал, кстати.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Стой, подожди.
Revelio. Natty's
Палочка.
wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Это очень плохо, вот следы. Так.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Опа-на. Мужики. А вы что тут делаете, а?
Revelio.
Подвал. Я так и думал. Где-то кто-то ее там спрятал. Привязал.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio.
Давай, тяни.
A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Отвар. Понятно, будем драться. А, ну я уже вижу, да.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Хлопцы, а у вас есть приглашение? Если я без приглашения, а? Вы не обидитесь сильно. Ай-яй-яй, пробил меня. На, блять. Ой-ой-ой. А я чуть не подоткинулся. Что с лицом? Да вы заколебали, сколько вас тут? Бля. Давай, кто еще хочет? Ого! А что это было? Только что? Все, убили его. Ну конечно.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to
Ладно.
It must be blocked by
Revelio.
Поищем, хорошо. Палочка, палочка, палочка. Выручалочка, ты где? Не обязательно найти книгу. Ага.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Я понимаю, только,
Any
ну
luck with my
блин.
wand?
Это мне обязательно в этой комнате искать, или я могу выйти с фиолетовой зоны?
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
Я это в смысле здесь?
Revelio.
Опа, черик.
Aloha Mora.
Так, тут, я думаю, палочка.
Mr. Rabe's wand.
Да.
Glad to have this back. Revelio.
Так, а книга? Не? Нигде нема. Ладно, на книги насрать.
Mr.
Такое.
Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Давай, ебашь. Ой, боже мой. Я думал, ты ее выбьешь. Как минимум. Вот и все. Палочку не хочешь забрать?
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Оп.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
А, короче, книга может быть... Ладно. Если не найду, побегу.
Revelio.
Где-то здесь, например. Крысы. Полосатые, да. А-а-а. Борошек.
Бомбарда.
Бабах. Бабаски. Так, а что у нас тут? Сундук с деньгами. Хорошо, и все, больше ничего нет. Опа. Давай, давай, быстрее, 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 быстрее. Оп. А, я мог это все сделать по стелсу. Ха-ха-ха, я пришел, он кабинет развалился, и все. Я понял. Ну ладно. Раз уж такое дело. Ну да, я мог тут аккуратненько так чирик-пырик. И все, я там. Угу. Угу, ага, угу, угу. Кто ж знал-то, а?
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Да вы этим разбираться не будете. Вы уже, я вижу, тут сколько разбираетесь. Уже зима настала. Вот, так хочется ответить. Ну, да, ага.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now.
Да, хорошо.
You may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Вы это нифига не делаете. Так, ладно. Предлагаю уже начинать теперь основное. Так, легче будет это сделать вот так. Даже небо для метлы. Ладно, то потом я как-нибудь сделаю. Не хочу на это время тратить. Опа-на! А ты что тут делаешь? Драет палубу. Отправляемся к новым приключениям. Hello? Эп. Пара-па-па. Тарарара. Уи. Ха-ха. Давай, стукни его еще разок. Давай, сделай вид, что я заново захожу. Ну, я знаю, что вы живые. Бум, бомбарда. Мы танцуем бомбарда весь день. Господи, куда я бегу? Вообще не пойму. Ты что, на улицу надо идти? Ё-моё. Ничего не понятно. Что тут происходит? Бля, вообще бред постный. Что, орёте с меня или что? Ты гонишь? Это что такое, ля? Меня карта запутала вообще. Ну, игра вообще не баганая, все нормально. Бля. Ну а как я туда попаду, а? Выход. Не понял сейчас. Так, стоп. Я что-то где-то пропустил? Тут где-то есть двери? Сомневаюсь. Офигеть. Ты чё, прикалываешься надо мной или шо? Что это за нахер за приколы? Я не пойму, куда... А ну. Ага. Зал картографии. Почему мне так по-тупому показывают, я не пойму. Что это такое за бредятина? Ладно. Только я не помню, где двери. Я каждый раз нахожу в этот зал картографии, если честно, я каждый раз забываю, куда мне надо бежать. Бля, бред. Надо как-то через зал зайти. Почему там до сих пор нет телепортации? Что это такое? Ужас. А ну. Нифига, он меня на улицу ведет. Блять, мне не надо туда. Закрой свой хлебальник. Да, меня выводит на улицу, но мне не надо на улицу. Так. О, картография. Господи, как туда попасть, я уже не помню. Так, по карте будем смотреть, значит. Можно, как-то ж по-любому, я знаю, что можно. А, ну сюда. Я просто, честно, уже, ну, я не выучил дорогу туда. Я постоянно по этим путям бегаю. Попробуем как-то так, что ли. Нет, тут я знаю, тут крипта. Ну, блять. Херня какая-то. Полная херня.
If Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster, I think we should have a
Да завали рот, я не могу сосредоточиться. Блин, ну это жесть какая-то, не, это вообще нереально. Короче, это какой-то всеобщий глюк, я так понимаю, не только у меня такой бред. Вот, ну, мне пришлось, как обычно, погуглить, да, все эти моментики, как найти зал картографии, и оказывается, что даже если я буду бежать в правильном направлении, то есть где-то здесь, да. Сейчас меня уже, видите, на карте правильно все показывает. Но если ты будешь еще там где-то наверху, то оно все равно будет, ну, как бы вести в другую сторону. Короче, полный постный брест, насрать. Все, нашли, так нашли, бежим дальше. Вот, как-то так. Разработчикам надо как бы поправить, да, пофиксить это. Так, бежим. Привет.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Понятно, куда ты денешься. Так, хорошо. Ой, как красиво. Блин, обалденный пол. Вообще, с ума можно сойти. Так, я вас по-быстрому телепортировал сюда, чтобы там вы не смотрели, как я бегу. Так, заходим. Ждем профессора. Так, вы мне нужны.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
No, да.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain.
Да ладно, они сейчас... Ох ты. Обалдеть. А ну. Офигеть. Блин, как круто, что они тут такое сделали. Это просто что-то с чем-то.
incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Вот такие вот приколы, да? Это смешно даже выглядит. Это тупо смешно выглядит. Ага. Но слова он не произносит. Разработчики не подумали об этом. Либо же подумали... Блядь, в смысле заполненная ячейка? Капец, ну ладно, пусть будет.
Professor, a moment of your time, please.
Hey.
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it
Oh,
here,
Боже.
sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Какая ты шо...
Now, to determine which student gets this.
I haven't time for
Ой,
any of you.
блядь.
None at all. Move aside.
Так, а ну, стоп. Я могу же еще побегать, да? А, ну типа могу, да. Прикол. Я не могу выйти со школы, ну понятно. Жаль. Было бы интересно. Директору.
I wonder almost daily why I accept...
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Не понял.
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Чисто проорали. Блин, прикольно. Это ж сколько всего можно, да, тут поделать, побегать.
I mean, out of my way, children.
И что ты бегает, играет куска дерьма.
Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Это неразумно. Вперед. Да.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment?
Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
Так.
What did we do to
Отлично.
deserve him as a headmaster?
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
Прикиньте такое, да? Все таки смотрят, профессор несется. Что такое?
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible. I mean, I've seen them about. I mean, yes, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Да.
Something seems a little off with the head.
А, все заметили. Да, профессор такой несется чисто через всю школу на спидах. Вы что, профессор, нанюхались?
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
А я по нему не скучаю, давай так.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Да блин, он очень странный. Я думаю, тут...
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that.
Да.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing.
Wait until Master sees what a
Так,
wonderful job.
пупсик.
Attention, students. Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
А-а-а. Да как ты смеешь? Блин. Я передумал.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
Блин. А, про чистоту, наверное.
Pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope.
Ля, вообще не угадал.
Always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha!
Toujours
Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Оп. Блин, я что-то нажал там и... Ох ты ж, блядь. Надо бежать отсюда. Срочно. О май гад. Бежим, 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 бежим. Что-то там он сказал им только что в речь какую-то толкнул. А я провтыкал. Ну ладно, я потом гляну. А вы можете перемотать и на стоп поставить. Так, короче, добрался до кабинета так по бырику. Там лежала книга. Вот. Я зашел в эту книгу. И очутился здесь. Сейчас посмотрим, что это за место. Необычное, конечно, сделали. Ага, то есть я могу здесь погибнуть, как и в жизни, я понял. Так, тетка черной масти какая-то непонятная. Проберите через город, чтобы вас не заметили. А я драться с ними не могу, да? Не могу. Ах ты же, блин. Ладно. Так, стелс. Так, эти отвернулись. Эти тоже можно идти. Правильно? Ну да. Заскриптованные маленькие черти. Я бы уже был на свободе. Ой! Опа! Ага, просто, короче, да, подождать заскриптованную херню. Угу. Все, можно идти, по идее. Ой, стой! Я случайно это сделал. Давай, уходи отсюда. Вали. Черт с духовки. Ух ты, блядь. А, это смерть. Ну, что-то понятно. Понятно. Смерть, да. Похож. Я бы так сказал. Что я сказал? Понял. Это что, ад или что? Куда я вообще попал? Что это такое место? Так, быстрее. Быстрее. Иди. Быстрее. Новая коллекция. Себек. Черный. Цербер. Только Цербер, по-моему, с 3 головы там. Ой-ой-ой, посмотрите, сколько их там на карте. Так, это мой шанс. А как я тут пройду? Да я понимаю. Давай вот так сейчас. Давай. Сюда. Так, дальше. Опа-на. Да что тут думать? Подождать, пока он развернется. Он же развернется, ну конечно. Что тут думать-то? Давай. Повернись ко мне задом. А как я туда пройду, у меня вопрос. Не, ну ты молодец, накаркал, парень. Обратно. Ой-ой-ой! Господи, сюда. Откуда они вылезли? О. Пузырь водки, нормально, пойдет. Да, тихо. Ага. Куда ты идешь? Нет, 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 нет. Быстрее, быстрее, быстрее. Быстрее, быстрее. Господи, господи.
Now's my chance.
Спел. Это мой шанс. Так, а чё, и куда мы пришли? И что это такое? Что это? Да ладно.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Офигеть, серьезно? Вот это только что такую вещь мы подняли? Вау. Обалдеть. Неожиданно. Я понял. Это что? Они меня не видят, что ли?
They can't see me at all.
Да?
I can get closer to them.
Супер. Можно на морозе проходить вообще плотно.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have had one death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Обалдеть.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Офигеть. Обалдеть просто. Вот это да. Они засунули просто это сюда. Вообще класс. Забираем ее.
I've never felt such power.
Да не говори. Оп. А чё, больше нет заклинаний моих? Вон, Ревелио есть. А чё я не могу? Ну ладно. Бах. Так, тут ясно. А, я ж могу драться теперь. Все, я теперь могу драться. Давай, ты первый, домой. Ты второй, домой. Пиу. Погнали дальше. Ой. Да они почти с одной тычкой умирают. Ну да. Это не тяжело. Ну, очень легко их, конечно, бить. Все, давай, хватит баловаться. Ой, боже, это бессмысленно. Хлопцы, остановитесь, пацаны. Ну вам надо. Все равно то, что у меня в руке, ну, не прокатывает. Довольно лишь я силен. Так, бежим. Дальше. А, ну да. Как же. Мне же еще предстоит с тобой драться. Верно. Тролль. Тролль. Его. Лоб. И еще раз. И все. Ай-яй-яй, протеж не сработает. Зачем я это сделал? Давай, давай, давай. Адство, отстань от меня. Ой, он своего зацепил, отлично. Ой-ой-ой. Я не пойму, почему я другими заклинаниями не могу пользоваться. Я хочу, например, какую-нибудь алагамору там. Ой, алагамору говорю. Палочку, чтобы убивать, забыл заклинание. Да сколько можно, а? Смерть, расслабься, ну выпусти меня, а? Не морочь мне голову. Ну на толку. Хоть 5 поставь, я их все равно всех уничтожу. О, нормально. Ой, глупые. Это ж все до сраки. Отвали от меня, умирай быстрее. А, я их вообще не пробиваю, троллей. Можно в них просто так не стрелять даже. Да. Ой, это лишь только трата времени, конечно. Драки эти всякие. Драчуны. Ну шо? Шо еще? Правильно. Не морочь голову. Дай пройти. Давай, ну и последнее. Стоун, сюда его.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Yes. Супер Стоун. Таинственный. Да прям. Отлично.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
Так, пройдите испытания. Сейчас пройдем.
She's gone.
Dear sweet niece.
Let us always. May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
Не понял. Понял.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there's no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
То что? Крутое испытание. Это одно из самых крутых испытаний из всех этих трех. Давай, что ты хочешь мне сказать? Ничего? Ладно, мы идем. На уверенных. Болька? Яйца Чингисхана. Яйцо какое-то.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Наркоманка.
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Так, но мы узнали больше. Уже. Ее покорила темная магия. Она ее не удержала. Да уж.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
Ну, пугающе, наверное,
I found
больше.
it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Не умеет, да, пить? Понятно. Научим. Так. Ладненько, мы очередное испытание прошли. Испытание бывшего директора. Осталось последнее испытание, я так понимаю, уже такое последнее. Вот, на этом моменте мы с вами закончим, поэтому... Сейчас, ну конечно. Кто ж меня еще может перебить? Хорошо, Себастьян, да, спасибо. Поэтому давайте, ребятухи, ставьте лайки, пишите комментарии, обязательно подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте колокольчик, чтобы не пропускать серии. Всем пока. Хе.